Yeah, my name is Amaopusenibo, Sir Fred Stephen Pepple. I'm from Bonny, the Jack Manla Pepple House, and I worship in St. Stephen Cathedral, Bonny. Impact of Christianity in my life. Being a Christian by the grace of God is all about what my life is all about. I can't claim to be the best of Christians, but by God's grace, I struggle and manage to live my life such that I make efforts on my own to see if I can please God and those who look up unto me, my family and other members who look up unto me. Serving God is one of my key points in life and what I need to do till I die. Christian Men's Fellowship is an organization of the men in the church. Organization of the men, where the men come under the umbrella of a fellowship, where they fellowship together, like the women counterpart, where we have the Women's Guild and the Mothers Union. Christian Men's Fellowship is an umbrella where the men come together to worship and then to serve and be focused, be taught and learn things about God and serve with all their hearts, and then get themselves involved in the activities and things of the church. Not just worship, come Sunday service, you come worship and you go. Get to know what the church is all about, what God requires of men as leaders, what God requires of men as focused persons, what God requires of men to do in the kingdom, to do in the kingdom of man and in the kingdom of God. And then to their families, how learn and teach people how to lead their families to God. Christian Men's Fellowship was before now known as Men Christian Association. I recall 1994, I went to church one morning service and one elder, late Elder Bedwell Jumbo, invited me to a meeting of the men. But then I was just an ordinary church, ordinary church member. I go to church and walk away. He invited me to their meeting and I went. I attended the meeting. From that meeting, that was far back 1994, about April, I was then elected the secretary of the Men Christian Association in the cathedral. Well, that's by the grace of God I continued, and by 1997, the then bishop, now late, Right Reverend Gabriel Okome Mahaba Pepple, retired, had formed the Men Christian Association at the diocesan level, where he was the bishop at the diocesan level. So we now formed the Men Christian Association at the diocesan level, and then I was also elected a secretary there. I started as an assistant secretary, then gradually graduated to a secretary of the. I served as secretary of the Men Christian Association in the Niger Delta Diocese from that 1997 till 2009. It's not as if I could not be changed, but I have the privilege of, coming back. But before then, I served 2-3 years as assistant secretary. But by 2008, 2009, I was the full secretary of the diocese of the Men Christian Association. Then, between that 2004 to 2008, the men of the dioceses, that's of Niger Delta, resolved, coming together in one umbrella of Men Christian Association at the provincial level. Provincial level now comprised of 4 states. The River State, Cross River State, Bayelsa, and Akwa Ibom. These 4 states form the province of Niger. But within the Niger province of Niger Delta, we have 13 dioceses. These dioceses comprise of Niger Delta Diocese, the Calabar Diocese, Uyo Diocese, Niger Delta North, Niger Delta West, Okrika Diocese, Ahoda Diocese, Ugoni Diocese, Eche, Ikwere, Northern Ezo, Ogbea, and Evo. Evo is the last of the dioceses that was inaugurated. So these 13 dioceses form the province. Within the state, form the province of Niger Delta. By 2008, at St. Michael's Cathedral, Aba, where the province was inaugurated by the then Archbishop Uko, inaugurated the province of Niger Delta. And there I was elected and the Vice President General. I served under Dr. Nnanna Onyekwere. He was the President General. I was elected as the Vice President General. So we continued until 2015. I was elected the President General of the province of Niger Delta. But by that 2015, the Most Reverend Nicholas Oko, the then primate, Church of Nigeria, Anglican Communion, had, in wanting to make sure we have all men under one umbrella, like the women have the Mothers Union, the Women Guild, decided to say, let's have a central name, a uniform name, because within that period, while we have Men Christians Association in the province of Niger Delta, the areas of the west have something like Men League or Men's Club. The areas at the north may not have anything, and then the arrangement is so scattered, but he now thought the men should come under one umbrella and as a fellowship. So he changed the name from Men Christian Association we had here. He came to River State, we mooted the idea, so he now changed it and said we better have one single name, which he now gave the Christian Men Fellowship. By the grace of God, 2021, we were called up at Abuja for a mini conference. From there, we moved on other meetings to Lagos, Owerri, and then finally at Ibadan. In September, October 2021, we were selected to form the steering committee of the National CMF, Church of Nigeria CMF. By the grace of God, I'm privileged to be part of the steering committee up to today. Achievements. Well, I don't believe in saying we achieved something in the house of God. The aim of every Christian is to win souls for Christ. And that we cannot call achievement in our own life, because only God will judge at the end of the day. So I cannot say winning of souls or inviting people to serve God or encouraging people to serve God is winning, is an achievement. At the end of the day, only God tells us where we are or what we have been able to do or achieve. So I cannot say that serving God is an achievement, or being part of CMF, or rising up to the position of position of President General is an achievement. I don't call it an achievement. I see it as a call to service, and will continue to serve without looking back. Challenges. Christ told his disciples that if it will be like this for me, I don't know what it will be like for you. So serving God is a thing of the mind, and is something that if you want to do it, you don't consider the challenges, because the challenges must come. It must come. But if you are focused and know what you want to do, the challenges doesn't make any meaning, because as they come, they go. You notice that what you think is going to be a burden, a smoke coming up, you just watch it evaporate and you continue what you are doing. Just have a stable mind. So challenges, in terms of, the only thing I thank God is that physically and health-wise, my challenges were under control. Like before this last conference we attended at Isiokpo, last week, I had some health challenges that would have ordinarily prevented me. But because I knew I was going for the things of God, I just followed up my medication, and by the time I get there, I was okay. I was able to manage the environment and do what I have to do. But the word I will not forget in a hurry. As for other challenges, accusations, and all that, I'm privileged, I'm lucky I didn't have any of that. All through my service here as secretary of the cathedral, as secretary of the diocese, and up to my time as a president general, I never had anybody accusing me or telling me of anything. Nobody did. Sir Dr. Nnanna Onyekure is a friend, a brother. Sir Dr. Nnanna Onyekure is a friend and a brother. One thing he did that shook me was when my mother died. He came all the way to Ablomabi for my mother's burial. I never expected him. He's a friend, and since I met him in 2007, our first meeting at Uyo, first provincial meeting at Uyo, when I met him in 2007. He's a man himself and my vice, Sir Chooks Bombs, and the elder brother of Sir Barrister, Isaac Onyekure. That one, I will say, they are God sent. These three men, as far as that responsibility was concerned, Sir Dr. Nnanna Onyekure, Sir Barrister Isaac Onyekure, elder brother, Sir Chooks Bombs, were God sent, to work with me. We were brothers. I never see them as friends. We were brothers. They took me as their brother. I will also not forget Sir Blessing Yumirini, and the man who took over from me now, Sir Dr. Leonard Ikoko from Bayelsa. He was my secretary and he took over now as President General from me. In fact, we are brothers. When we sit together, you will know that God just, put us together, packaged us together to deliver the work, and we are doing it happily. Nobody one day had any argument with anybody. For this number of years we served together, nobody had any argument amongst us until I left office on the 22nd of July 2023. Like I said, our motto in the MCA that metamorphosed into CMF is service to God and humanity. I don't see anything that will make me sit back. I have a covenant with God, and part of the covenant is to make it possible that I serve Him. And I'm not going back. Today, I'm ex officio of the Christian Men Fellowship in the province of Niger Delta, as having been the past President General ex officio member. I'm still ready and willing to serve. Another man I will not fail to appreciate in my life in that service to at the provincial level is Sir Sir Brown. Each time we meet at the provincial level, you know that you have a brother who come from the same place with you. Again, because we speak Ibani, we talk together so many times. Before I was elected president general at Okrika, the election 2015 we held it at Okrika. I was nominating somebody, focusing on the campaigning for the person. Others I just came around and mentioned to me in the Ibani, area didn't do the ball. I don't get for the job. That is, we are looking at you. I thought he was joking, and I said, no, Obalama, just let's work on this man. He said, wait now and see, and that was it. So that's one man I have my love and respect for. I think Knights of St. Mulumba is of either the Catholic or it's Catholic. St. Christopher is the Anglican Communion. Okay. Now, Christian Men's Fellowship, the Knights are automatic members of the CMF, Christian Men's Fellowship, but not all the Christian Men's Fellowship members are Knights. Knighthood is the prerogative of the bishop. Yes, I serve in both, but I'm a knight, I'm a member of the CM. That, like I said, it's automatic. If an adult male member of the church, you're automatic member of the Christian Men's Fellowship. You may not be a knight. Being a knight is at the discretion of the bishop of the diocese. In my view, the church is trying. Depending on the angle individuals will look at it, from which angle you look at it, the church is trying.